And skin tone, this is a photograph. And photographs, you never know exactly what the real skin tone look like. So a good start, I tend to think, and this is for Caucasian, this young man is half Japanese, you can't quite tell, but his skin tone is pretty close. This is a little on the pink side, too pink, and you have to match your paint to the skin tone of the individual you're looking at, whether it's a black man or woman or Caucasian or Indian, whatever. Just be very, very mindful. So I'm going to mix some yellow ochre to start. Of course, it's kind of an opaquer yellow. That is not a skin tone. But I'm going to add a little red to it, kind of warm it up a bit. That's starting to be a skin tone. And if you look here, I've got really bright, light value, medium value, dark values around the eyes. So the value of the skin tone is critical. The color, you can do almost anything. I could have blue and green in here, which isn't a skin tone in real life, but in a painting it could be. So I'm not terribly concerned about the total accuracy. So here's some burnt umber. I'm bringing that in a little bit. And what I want to have is some puddles of color that give me, here's some blue, and with the yellow ochre, it's going a little bit green. Doesn't sound so good, but it might be a nice skin tone. I need a little more red in here. This is kind of a touchy-feely thing. I go in here, I don't need quite so much water. The white, I'll probably just leave as white paper and start with these middle tones here. And what I do, and you may like to do it as well, these are scraps of paper that I keep with me that I can use as a little tester. I don't like to test on the paintings so much. Usually I kind of know what I'm going to get because I've done this a few times. So by adding a little water, of course, I can lighten the feeling here. And once I start, I'm working the paper to be wet or dry or damp. I always want to be aware, how wet is it, how dry is it, or any point in between. So here we go. So I'm going to start up here, and I can pull the skin right into the hair if I need to. So here's this tone here. So now I can see my highlight areas. It really does help me to know where to put the paint or not. So you could kind of call this my first wash.